Okay, hi guys and welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be doing another wristwatch talk episode. I've just got so much to get through. I realized I did an episode not too long ago, but I've got so many things I want to talk about and address today that I'm just going to have to do another episode. Anyway, quick wristwatch check. I'm pulling a Schwarzkopf today. I have got the Riseman, G-Shock Riseman with barometer, altimeter on one, and then on this wrist I have my beloved Squire Heritage, and I'm wearing this on a black NATO at the moment. Anyway, so wristwatch check done. Let's get on with the show. Guys, now quite a few things to get through today, so I'm just going to crack on. First thing is, I need a little bit of help from you guys. You may have noticed I've had quite a jump in subscribers. I've recently collaborated with Alpha M. He posted one of my videos. Actually, we've been collaborating for quite a while on his personal site, on his iamalphaM.com. If you look at under the watches section, there's about 4 or 5 videos that we've done together. Recently he shared one of our first collaborations together on his main channel, which was very, very exciting, and a big shout out and thank you to Aaron, of course. He is an absolute inspiration and a true gentleman. So now with that jump of subscribers, the channel is growing very well regardless, and it's fantastic, and there's a lot of new subscribers that are coming into watch collecting, which is absolutely fantastic, because it's a refinement that I think has been kind of forgotten about in this day and age, and really is as important as a tailored suit or what shoes you wear. You know, your timepiece is just as important, and I think people are kind of forgetting that a little bit. Now this brings me to my first point, that I want to ask your help, all my regular viewers and those of you out there. Now, when I first started the channel, something that was very important to me was responding to comments, engaging with the audience, and getting to know a lot of you out there, because I found by engaging in the conversation, I would learn things. People would ask questions, and it just benefited everybody. It's generally, you know, it was just a healthy dialogue. But as the channel's grown, the sheer amount of comments and emails and correspondence I get is phenomenal. And trust me, if I had the time, I would respond to each and every one of you. But with real life responsibilities, my real job and having a life outside of YouTube, it's becoming quite increasingly difficult to respond to every single comment. I only have a certain amount of time I can dedicate to the channel. Before, it was quite easy to respond to comments because I had more time and there wasn't as many of them, obviously, and as many emails. So what I ultimately need you guys to help me with is you guys to let me know, would you like to see the same amount of videos, or prefer me to interact more with the audience? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you are happy with the amount of videos that you're seeing at the moment, then I'm pleased to continue with that. However, I probably won't be able to respond to every single comment. It's just, and you know, I've just started a Facebook page as well, which is something else I've noted down here. I literally have about 5 friends on Facebook right now. But I've been putting it off. I'm not the biggest fan of Facebook for reasons that I'm not going to go into, but I started an account because I just felt I had to. And guys, please, please add me on Facebook, because literally I have about 5 friends and I don't know any of them. So, well, actually, I know about two. I know two of my friends on Facebook, and it's rather pathetic. So please, guys, add me on Facebook. I'll put a link as well in the description and on my about page on the channel. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yes. So as I venture into different kind of social media platforms, I'm on Instagram now, which is a huge success. Been on there for quite a few months now, and I'm having a lot of fun. I really prefer Instagram over Facebook, because Facebook is just full of such rubbish. There's so much awful content. Anyway, I'm not gonna go there, but Instagram is great because you can follow so many there's so many photographers and artists and musicians, and you know, one of my favorite Instagram accounts is the Bauhaus, the German Bauhaus Instagram. It's just beautiful architecture, beautiful photos. You know, I guess you could do the same thing with Facebook, but there just is a bit more kind of rubbish. You know, there's just a bit more kind of, you know, it's a bit anyway, guys, if you're on Facebook, please help me out, because I need to have quality content pop up in my news feed, not this god awful rubbish that's so prevalent on Facebook. Anyway, those of you who don't make video content for YouTube, it takes, you know, it'll take me about an hour to shoot this. Then, you know, we're talking 3-4 hours editing, an hour, 2 hours posting, tagging, promoting online. As you can imagine, it gets pretty intensive. And I mean, the good thing is I'm actually doing less work in my professional career, and any spare moments I'm on YouTube talking to you guys. So if you do get a comment back from me, realize that, you know, it takes enormous effort. So anyway, so let me know what you guys think about that. Secondly, I want to announce that I have indeed pulled the trigger on a Breitling. I might as well tell you what it is. I came very close to getting a Transocean, but actually I went for the Navitimer. I went for the 41mm Navitimer. I've purchased it. It's being shipped in about a week. I'm flying to London. I bought it from Watchfinders. I talked to them, and they actually remembered me from when I bought 2 Rolexes off them. They gave me a very nice discount, which is fantastic, and they're going to ship it in about a week. In about a week's time, ahead of my arrival in the UK, and then I'm going to be spending Christmas in the UK. So I'm really excited about that. I came to that decision basically because I've always wanted a Breitling Navitimer. The last time I actually tried one on, I came close to buying one before in Barcelona. When I was living in Barcelona, I went into a store, tried it on, and I've always had a thing for them. And I think if I got the Transocean, I'd still kind of secretly be lusting after the Navitimer. So the only way to do it really is to get the Navitimer, and because it's a watch crush, right, that I've had for half a decade. So I think it's about time I got a Navitimer. The Breitling Transocean, the little 34mm one, is gorgeous. I love it, but I've got to be honest with myself, it's not something I've been lusting after. I've been lusting after it for a month or two since you guys put me onto it. A lot of you recommended that watch, and thank you. Anybody who posted that in the comments, thank you very much. It's gorgeous, it's very classic, tasteful, I love it, but I haven't been lusting after it for, you know, half a decade like the Navitimer, so it makes sense. So I'm very excited. The only bad thing is I had to sell some watches to fund it, which I'll address in a future video. So that was a bit of a downer. And the only other thing is I have since fallen quite head over heels for this Squire 2002. This watch is phenomenal for the money. If this was $6,000, right? If this watch was $6,000, I could understand the quality. This is a real luxury watch, and at 1,300, I can't believe it. I have to send this back, unfortunately. I just can't afford to buy this at the moment. I'm actually quite thankful that I did pull the trigger on the Navitimer when I did, because had I have not, I would have probably ended up buying this, and my Navitimer goal, or my Breitling goal for Christmas would have been out the window, you know. So I would have had to delay it till next year, and I really wanted to get a Breitling for Christmas, and I've done that. So I am going to buy this watch, but I'm going to buy it next year, as soon as I can. My birthday's in February, so I think I'm going to get this in February. I've fallen for it quite heavily. This is typical, right? I go on a crusade about smaller watches, and then what do? I fall in love with a watch that's 44 millimeters. What am I doing? What am I doing? Thing is that because of its lugless design, it does, you know, it's not that big, so I can put it off. And you know, it's a serious dive watch. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to return this to Squire. Obviously, this is my NATO strap, so I'm going to keep this until next year. And then as soon as I've saved up, you know, because also we got Christmas coming, and for me, I tend to go a little bit berserk at Christmas and overspend, and I'm sure a lot of you do the same thing. And you know, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful that I bought the Breitling before the whole Christmas malarkey starts, really. So I think I've done the right thing in buying the Breitling ahead of time, so to speak. So I'm very excited. I can't wait to... I'm not going to reveal what model Breitling... Well, you know it's 41 millimeters, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you what colour it is. It's a colour I don't have, actually, so I'll say that. So I'm very excited about that. So we've talked about voting on what you guys think I should do. More videos, less videos, more comments, less comments. We talked about that. We talked about Facebook. I need you guys to check out my Facebook and add me as a friend, because I'm extremely lonely. I've only got 5 friends. So I need to push the Facebook a bit. Another thing I want to address right now is the comments on the last episode of WWT. What was really interesting is I asked you guys your Grail watch, your Beta watch, and your watch crush, and the response was phenomenal. If you guys have a look at that video, go back and have a look at the video and have a look at the comments section. It's quite extraordinary. The widespread of watches, and I was very impressed. A lot of you have impeccable, fantastic taste, and I'm so thankful of that. The Seikos and Casio G-Shocks dominated the Beta category. Well, naturally, right? Naturally. I would say Lange and Zon dominated, and Jaeger-LeCoultre, and what else? Probably Rolex dominated the Grail watch category. And the mid-range was mostly Squire, Oris, what else? Hamilton's, what else? And Omega. So that really pleased me. I thought the response was fantastic. So guys, go and have another look at the comments on that video. It's really interesting, and I tried to thank as many as I could. But guys, just phenomenal work. Thank you so much for sharing that, and kind of helps me keep perspective on what brands to concentrate on. So I've definitely taken it on board, and invaluable. It was kind of like it's like the best research. I mean, I hope the watch companies are watching this, because I'm doing their job for them. You know, it's like a survey of watch buyers. It's phenomenal response. So thank you so much for that. Right, another thing I have to address is the SKX. What's happening about the SKX? Well, you'll probably notice the one of them is in my winder here. The response to the duel between the Japanese and Malaysian version had a phenomenal response as well. The overwhelming majority of you said that the K should be the one that should be modded, and I think I agree with you. the difference between them wasn't that dramatic. Probably the one thing that I would say pushed me towards the J for the modding was the slightly higher quality polishing, but we can always do a little bit of polishing, touching up on the K version, so we can kind of correct that. But the K, it's just more affordable. It's performing better or as well as the J. Also with the dial, there's a little bit more space to move to. There's a little bit more space to work with because it has less text on the dial. It's just so I think the K is the one I'm going to go for. However, because Christmas is next month, excuse me. Because Christmas is next month and the whole madness begins, I'm going to put the project on hold. So we've confirmed it's the K version. I'm waiting on the results of various parts suppliers and modders, companies that do modding, modify the SKX. I'm waiting for the results. I'm experimenting in different straps. I'm having tests done, so that's going to take a bit of time. So I'm going to wait for the results of that, and then I'll restart in the new year, which will also coincide with, I'm going to be launching my own website. I'm actually working on it at the moment, it's not finished yet, because a lot of you have been asking for merchandise, and I can't give too much away because I have some really cool ideas that I'm working on. With any luck, they should come into fruition early next year. So there's going to be urban gentry merchandising, but I want it to be affordable, I want it to be good quality, and I want to coincide it with the launch of the modded special edition SKX and with the new website. So that's all going to happen in the new year, so that's very, very exciting. But however, it's a lot of work, and with Christmas around the corner, with running the channel, I'm going to have to postpone it until after the Christmas madness is over, because also I've got a lot of videos to put out before Christmas, and that kind of concludes everything we've talked about. And unfortunately, I have to return the Alchemist, which I'm very sad about, because I absolutely adore this watch. I love it to bits, but I've got to keep on track. I can't afford to buy everything. I would love to keep this, but I got to get the Breitling in. Well, it's in now, but I've got to, you know, I have to reach certain goals, and I've got to be cold-blooded about it. I can't fall in. Thing is, I fall in love with these watches. I've fallen in love with this, but I'm going to get this next year, because this beast is a serious watch. So I'm going to buy this next year. I'm sending also the blue back, which is absolutely gorgeous. But I think with my blue 1521, I've kind of got the blue sorted. So even though actually I do kind of prefer this darker dial, it's gorgeous. So we'll wrap it up there. So in conclusion, the SKX project is going to go ahead, and we're going to restart that in the new year. Please guys, add me and check out the Facebook, which I've just started as well, and also in the comments down below, please don't forget to kind of vote and let me know if you want to see more videos and less comments, or more comments and less videos, because I'm finding it really difficult to be everywhere at one time. It's quite, and doing the videos, as you know, shooting, editing, all the rest of it. So it's getting pretty serious now, but the channel's growing, getting a whole load of new products in. That's very, very exciting. It's going to be a fantastic 2016. There's so many things going on, I just can't mention them right now, but I'm dying to. But anyway guys, stay tuned. Thank you very much for all your support. And normal programming, and I've got to do Ask the Governor. I've got about 1 million emails, well, not 1 million emails, I've got about 500 emails that I've got to catch up on. I think I need an intern. I think I need an intern and a secretary. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. Okay guys, ciao.